Hello, and welcome to your first singing lesson as part of the Triple Threat project brought to you by the City of Joondalup and their Arts and Isolation program. My name is Stephanie and I'm going to be your singing teacher for the next 6 weeks. I have over 15 years of teaching and performance experience, both in Australia and overseas, covering a variety of genres from opera all the way through to jazz and pop. Now you might be asking yourself, what's a triple threat? A triple threat is a term that we give to someone who can sing, dance, and act. Our objective in these videos is to help you strengthen your own capabilities in each of those areas. So I'm going to be looking after the singing, Lachlan's going to be covering the dancing, and Nicola will be covering the acting. Over the course of the next 5 weeks, I'm going to focus on 1 or 2 technical ideas associated with singing and then giving you some exercises to practice at home. In our 6th week, we're going to be hosting an online masterclass. This is your opportunity to send in a short video of you singing something that you absolutely love to the City of Joondalup. From those submissions, we're going to choose a handful of people to act as active participants in the masterclass. Now, please don't be afraid. We want to hear from you. So whether you are an amateur that has never sung in front of anyone or you're somebody that sings on a regular basis, we would love to receive a video from you. We want to show a variety of singers all at different stages in their own singing journeys. Now, a few housekeeping rules before I go into our first video. 1. If at any stage you feel uncomfortable or something feels tight and constricted when you're trying to complete the exercises, stop. That's your body's way of trying to protect you and say, something's not feeling right, I don't want to continue. It's also a great opportunity for you to look at getting some singing lessons with a singing teacher who might be able to identify what's happening for you and then provide you with some solutions so that you can sing with a freer instrument and it feels more organic for you. 2. If you have a pre-existing medical condition that might affect your ability in completing some of these exercises, or at any stage you feel dizzy or lightheaded, especially in this first breathing video, stop. Again, your body is trying to protect you. We don't want to be receiving letters saying, love the program, but crack my head on the floor after completing breathing exercise number 1. And number 3, possibly the most important, please give yourself the space and time to enjoy these videos. And by space, I don't just mean the physical space, I also mean the mental space. This is your opportunity to disconnect from all the stress of life and reconnect with yourself and reconnect with how you're feeling and seeing what your mind and body are capable of achieving. It's really important that you give yourself that luxury of time to enjoy these videos to their fullest. So, with all of that said, let's move into our first video and deal with the breath. Oh, look, I would have done some amazing special effect here, but clearly budget's an issue, so I'll just do this. Why am I starting with the breath? As singers, there are 4 key phases that we need to go through in order to produce different sounds. 1, I need an energy source, which is my breath. 2, I need a sound source, which is my vocal folds or my larynx area. 3, I need a resonance source, so things like my oral and nasal cavities. And then 4th, in order to produce different sounds, I need articulators such as my lips or my tongue. Now, the breath is super important because that is the thing that gets everything going. It is the fuel that powers our sung sound. So before I go into the breathing exercises that are designed to improve your breath flexibility, let's just do a check of how your instrument is looking. Your whole body is your instrument, and what a beautiful looking instrument it is. We want it to be in the best condition it can be in so that it feels ready to sing. So let's just do a check of how your instrument is feeling. Now I want you to imagine that you've gone to your bedroom and you've opened up your cupboard and you've taken out a piece of clothing that you love to wear. Now I don't mean that jumper that has all those stains on it, but that beautiful, exquisite piece of clothing that probably cost you a fair bit too. And I just want you to look at it and picture it draping off the hanger and how much respect you give it. And now I want you to pretend that this is you. Now you are that beautiful piece of clothing hanging off that hanger, draping down to the floor. And we're going to try and have this idea that our skeleton is that hanger. So we can just hang off our skeleton. It does such a wonderful job for us. It takes away all the stress that I might be holding in my body. So let's just check that stress. So I actually want you to squeeze really tightly everywhere and then release. And squeeze and release. How good does that feel? And in that release position, we're now going to work from our head down to our toes, trying to see if we're in as free a position as possible. So we're just going to start with going side to side with our neck. Yes, totally tight on my right side today. And in that, you can even start to siren. So, now, if you're finding that you are tight, you can just start to spend some more time during your practice on stretching out either of those sides, staying there for a period of time and asking it to release. And now we're just going to check the head weight as well. So we're going to play off that axis of letting the head fall and then letting it rock back. And again, somewhere along that axis is going to feel really natural and free for me to just let my skeleton do its job. Moving down into the rib cage area, I'm just going to start to move to make sure that I'm not locked. And then I'm going to start to put in some intercostal stretches. So I'm just taking that arm over and the same deal. You can siren through here. Oh, and look at this little buddy here today. And I'm going to ask it to release. Oh yeah, that feels so much easier for me. And you can give yourself some love. You can hug around the back again, just getting everything nice and open. And now we're just going to check the lower half of the body. So we're going to just be playing with that difference of weight. So coming forward and going back. Obviously, if balance is an issue for you, please get a chair. And then again, somewhere along that axis, I'm going to feel that really comfortable, elegant spot. And for me, it feels about here. And then I'm just going to check happy horsey, just trotting along, checking that the knees aren't locked, wiggling my toes. And then again, thinking of that beautiful skeleton now draping in its space. And your skeleton can have the feeling of both stretching up and down towards the floor, and that your whole body is trying to encompass a 360 feeling. I want to try and feel like the breath, the inhalation, is going really deeply into your body. Almost that you could picture it as a liquid trying to hit your belly button or even down to your feet. So if you find that you feel this sense of lifting or that your sternum is raising really high during your inhalation, so something that looks a bit like this, I'm going to ask yourself to set yourself the challenge to see whether you can allow these to relax. You can still keep the sternum feeling quite open and free, but you want to try and feel that the breath is going down into your sides and through your back and filling up your whole body, rather than this high breath that we associate with being really stressed and anxious. I also want you to try and use the breath as much as possible in each of the set of counts. So don't have this feeling that you're trying to hold on to it so you can get through a phrase or get through the later phrases. I want you to use it, get rid of it, bring it in and get rid of it. So we're really thinking of ourselves as this beautiful elastic machine. The counts are going to be going from a longer set into a shorter set. So you're going to start with an inhalation of 4 counts, and then you're going to exhale over 4. So for example, I would breathe in over 4, exhale over 4, and so forth. The counts are going to go 4 into 3s, into 2s, 1s, and half counts. So this half count, you're thinking that the breath is trying to pour in as quickly as possible, and then you're trying to get rid of it as quickly as possible. So as an example, it's like you're a beautiful set of billows in front of the fireplace. You ready to give it a shot? I'll be doing the counts for you with the numbers of duration that you're about to go into. So the first one that we're going to start with is a breath in over 4 counts and a breath out over 4 counts. Here we go, making sure our instrument is ready to go. And in, 2, 3, 4, out. 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4, out. 2, 3, 4, into 3s. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Twos. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Ones. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Halves. Half, 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 half. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Twos. 1, 2, 2, in, 2, out. 2. Threes. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Out. 2, 3. Fours. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Finish. Exercise 2, the Sz Vowel Exercise. In this exercise, we're going to go from an unvoiced consonant, our S, into a voiced consonant at sung pitch, our Z, into a vowel. In this case, we're going to use an R, back to a Z, back to an S. Each of those is going to have a 4-beat count, and we're going to try and do the entire thing in one breath. Regardless of what style of singing you're currently doing, so for example, whether your sung sound is something like ah, or ah, or ah, ideally I'm going to keep you in a range that's fairly comfortable no matter what kind of music you're currently singing. So it would sound something like this. Breath in and go. It's a workout. You ready to give it a go? So again, think about your instrument. Are you ready? Is it open? Let's do this. And S, Z, R, Z, S. 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 One more this way. S, Z, R, Z, S. Coming back down, and we're going to go slower. S, Z, R, Z, S. S, Z, R, Z, S. S, Z, R, Z, S. Two more. S, Z, R, Z, S. Last one. S, Z, R, Z, S. How did you go?